The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
You went on a little work vacation. Of course, you say it's work. I don't know.
It was a marketing advertising conference in Florida, Tom. I worked very hard.
Yes, right. You know, drinking their bottled beverages and eating their buffet, probably.
It was very nice. And yes, the buffet
getting a
was pretty
seaweed
good.
massage while they're talking about marketing concepts.
Not me at all. Not a bit. But it was warm when we came back and missed some of the stuff that you.
And now your ears are messed up because you have tiny little tubes.
Yes, not tiny little ears.
Big ears with tiny tubes.
I get the big ears from my grandmother. Children used to ride in her ears. They were so big.
Yes.
I have pictures.
A lot of times when we're standing outside and the breeze is blowing, I hear it flapping. And I say, put a hat on, would you? It's a little loud. Hey, we've got Sev Gonnella here now. Glad that he stopped by because, I like talking about Clean All.
Thanks. How you guys doing?
Good, buddy.
Excellent.
Clean All's been around for quite a while. How long have you been part of Clean All?
I'm 62, so 62 years.
Wow, all your life.
Yep. Yeah, I was. I can remember 8 or 9 years old working at my grandfather's house, putting caps on bleach bottles.
Golly.
So, been a long time.
That's something else. So what else do you sell over there at Clean All?
So
and where are you located?
838 Erie Boulevard West.
People can
get us.
People can walk in.
Get us in Erie.
Yeah.
Got a retail store open year round.
Gotcha.
All the pool chemicals, anything to do with swimming pools, commercially, residentially. In the wintertime, to offset some of my service guys' work, we do plowing. So we've been crazy, and I wanted to give a shout out to my people who have been working their butts off, and my customers who understand how bad it is.
Right.
Do you do mainly commercial or residential?
All commercial.
All commercial. Okay.
Yep.
Wow. And you should give a shout out to Mother Nature for helping you out.
Yeah. It's been a crazy.
Because there's probably been some years where you didn't make a dime off of winter, right?
Yeah, it's a mix. We got the customers that every year go from paying per plow to seasonal, and they roll the dice and say, I think this year I'm going to go per plow, and some of them they go to seasonal. It's back and forth. So it averages out. It really does.
Would you take anybody who didn't have a seasonal contract with you, and when they saw how much snow we were getting, they said, hey, I want to go seasonal, would you?
No.
No, you wouldn't put them out?
And a lot of times we get people call and say, hey, can I just call in when I need it when to plow? And we don't do that because what happens is you got a driveway that takes us 15 minutes. If you don't call 3 times, now it's an hour driveway because you got three piles of snow there. You just can't do it. Right. They don't understand that, but once you explain the dynamics, it makes sense.
Right. So people's hot tubs get more use this time.
Yeah,
right?
hot
People
tubs
going
are
outside and bubbling away their woes.
Calls all the time.
Right.
We had a call yesterday with a customer whose hot tub went down, and in this freezing weather, that's not good. If it freezes, you're in trouble. So
yeah.
We got out there, wrapped, put a heater in there until we could figure out what's going on, because you don't want it to freeze inside the shell in the pipes.
Because when things freeze, ice expands.
Yep.
And that can crack things and break things.
Right. So when I was traveling, Tom mentioned I was in the South. They have the hotels and the centers have pools, and then they have hot tubs. But here's the problem, Tom.
What's the problem?
Ever since hanging out with Sev, and there's right and wrong ways to do these things. Yep. And you had told some horror stories about maybe when it wasn't done right. And I don't know, but I don't want to go into that. Yeah. Desperately.
There are facilities that know how to handle things that drain their spas on a regular basis and clean them and fill them back up.
How often should something like that be drained?
I'm going to say in a hotel environment, once a week.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't take that much to do, and you put it on, on a schedule and just get it done. And
some of these bigger hotels know to do that, right? They wouldn't.
Absolutely.
They have health inspectors coming. Right. At least they should.
Right.
Exactly.
You got any training plan? Because you're that, was it PTO or there's some abbreviation there. You're a certified something.
CPO certified.
CPO.
Right. So all of my guys are CPO trained, and I'm a CPO trainer. But basically, we go into these facilities and give them programs. We have full programs, water management programs, where we come in and take care of everything from the chemistry included, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly visits, or we just train them and we show them.
And I know you do some stuff at some schools and things like that, and where you're the people that take care of that.
Exactly.
And they don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So the pool's in a hotel and the hot tub's in a hotel. When they're cleaned properly and they're using the certain chemicals that are appropriate for cleaning, are any of them bad for your skin or for your body?
No,
Is
because
everything pretty good?
No, they have to maintain the level of chlorine, level of pH, level of alkalinity that is fine for the equipment and for the health of the person in the water. So when you're in there, the health department is checking. They have logs. Every facility has a log that they have to test 3 times a day.
Gotcha.
And make sure it's right.
So we've talked about it once or twice before, but when it comes to saltwater pools, well, Jeeves, we've ordered a saltwater pool. Our pool is better than your pool. There's the whole argument there. Explain the differences.
So when people have saltwater pools, what they like to say is that it's free. It doesn't cost me any money. And we're not using chlorine. All the things that they've heard that are not really true. So when you have a saltwater pool, the salt makes chlorine. So you have a chlorine pool. So if you say, I have a saltwater pool and because my kids are allergic to chlorine, no, you're making chlorine in the pool. Is it free? It makes chlorine free, but the cell that generates it has a life expectancy of 2 or 3 years, and that could be $300 to $600 to replace that. So if every 3 years you're replacing a cell at $500 or $600, it's not really free.
Right.
So you get those things out of the way and you say it's a convenience, and it's a great convenience. If I'm not lugging chlorine up to my pool every day because my system is making it, and I'm just adding salt a couple times a year, it is a convenience. But it's not free and it's not chlorine free. It makes its chlorine.
Right.
That makes sense.
Do you find pools when people buy houses sometimes are a liability? Like what do I do with this pool? Do I keep it? Really not a swimmer? Is there do you find yourself in those situations ever?
People get nervous because they don't know what they have. We've contacted a lot of realtors, both on the selling side and the purchasing side. Look, if you need us to come in and look over the pool before the sale and say, this is what we see, liner's in good shape,
a good inspection.
Exactly. Yeah. And then also, here's my card, and when the new homeowner comes in there, if they're not comfortable, give us a call.
So it's like a pool audit.
Absolutely. Right. It could be a big expense. You're buying this house, and if you need a new liner and a new filter, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, that's an expense you didn't think you want. And if you don't know anything about it, you don't have to worry.
I would think that spas are moving pretty good this year. I really want one now. I think a big spa.
I can see
get
you
a lot of use.
I can see you doing that.
The therapeutic uses for it are pretty good too. I think that people will claim that they get less colds and flus and things like that when they're regularly spying.
Absolutely.
Is everybody still diving into 35-degree water, or is that still a range now?
Cold plunges and stuff.
So people use the tubs to do it.
Yep.
So they just keep it at 35 or 40 degrees.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it doesn't freeze. Oh my gosh.
Forget that.
Yeah.
But there's an awful lot, I think, of spas. Do people have them mostly outside, or you have to have them covered though, because in snow like this, you're going to get 5 feet of snow on the top of the damn thing.
Get out every couple of days and rake the snow off the top of it.
Oh, good golly.
Get out, and I use mine 2 or 3 times a week.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you look very exfoliated and
so people had a pool. Maybe they were thinking of doing something, or it wasn't working in the fall. They can get a hold of you at 427-9189. Is that a
472-9189?
Look at that.
Well,
Typo alert. 472-9189.
Absolutely.
For cleanallcny.com and all your pool questions, Tom.